Welcome to Bike Week America, everybody. Hi, this is Dan Nolan. I'm having fun with my computer today.
Yeah.
And I'm here with my other host.
Oh, I'm supposed to talk now. I get it. Lori Westberg Martin, how are you?
Hi, welcome back to Bike Week America. The fastest 30 minutes you'll ever see on TV. Guaranteed.
Lion.
We got a live studio audience today. I actually have a new producer in the studio who's going to help me today.
Yeah.
Her name is Bronwyn Russell has joined the team.
Yeah, she has.
She's doing a great job over here. There she is.
There's her hand.
We're going to call her PB from now on.
Yeah.
And I have Mr. Mike Cozy, who's going to help us get an... he's going to update us on the activities down in Washington and down in Coal City.
Tornado-stricken areas, yeah.
Yeah, we had like 8 tornadoes in like a flash of 2 hours. And
yeah, in the middle of a baby shower. Trust me, I know all about this.
So, we want to introduce ourselves. I personally, they know me as the Biker's Broker. I'm in 3 different riding groups. They're all medical-based. The Rescue Riders, the EMS Road Docs, and of course the Road Guardians. I'm a member of ABATE, and I still have the first bike I ever bought, which is an 84 Kawasaki with a matching sidecar, which has more dog miles than wife miles. But
oh, I'm not even going to touch that with my
go
cane.
ahead. Come on, I'm the brave one.
What wife?
And now, without any further ado, I want you to know about Lori, too, because we both have some miles in us.
We do. I'm a retired, my name is Lori Westberg Martin. A lot of you guys know me. I am technically a professional passenger. I have taken an MSF class. Didn't make it all the way through because of an injury, but we'll get through it one day or soon. I'm a retired paramedic firefighter. I am an ASMI instructor, just like Dan.
Yep.
Married to a great guy. It's not the Steve Martin, but I am married to Steve Martin.
But it is a Steve Martin.
I am. Love you, babe. I'm a mom. I'm a mom of 5, step monster to 3 of those. I'm a grandmother, going to be a grandmother again, twice more in the next couple of months.
Yeah.
I'm a member of 6 different groups, most of which Dan is with. I'm also with Office of Homeland Security and Emergency Management, and American Heart Association and the Red Cross. I'm a volunteer with them as well.
Yeah, we basically stay busy on our motorcycles, rendering medical aid when the aid is needed, and we also teach it. One of the things that I like doing on the weekends is accident scene management classes. Which is really cool to do a class with you.
Yeah.
We do a class on the first Saturday of every month. The basic accident scene management basically covers all the things you need to know in case of an emergency out on the road until you can get EMS there. You can get more information about accident scene management on the Facebook page that we have. We now have a facebook.com/Bike Week America. And you might want to go there because there's a contest that's going to pop up sometime during the show. So you have to watch the show to win the prize.
Yeah, if you don't know when it happens.
You know what? It actually... I'm going to do it this way.
I was going to say do it that way.
You remember Kevin Beener from last week? Beener...
I remember Kevin Beener from a lot more than last week.
Oh, God. But he was in the studio last week, and he's going to autograph a book for you, and he's going to throw in his limited edition 2014 calendar to a lucky winner tonight.
Yeah, so, I can't even get one. I work here. Can't get one.
I saw that on the Facebook page.
Yeah, I said, wait a minute. I can't even get one because I work here.
So we're live on Facebook.com/Bike Week America. We're also got a Twitter account now, Bike Week America.
We do.
We have. I've been
great. I can now not tweet there either.
I've been working. Twitter.com/Bike Week America. And should I say what we're doing on the other side on the internet? Should I tell
I think we'll hold off. We got a surprise for you next week. Next week we have some surprises for you.
Yeah, we're going to have some really good stuff coming up.
Real good stuff.
I kind of real excited about some coming up next.
Bunch of new stuff, new avenues, a lot of things for you to be able to enjoy. I think that this is
I think that's a good way of saying it.
Yeah, I mean, we'll just do the tease at that point. Hey, Stacy, thanks for calling in, by the way. And Don, we got your back down in Florida also.
Oh, you know what? We have friends in Nova Scotia watching us.
Hey, Deborah.
Western Perth, Australia's checking in. California. Arizona. Phoenix.
It's Western Australia, Perth. WA.
Yeah. I haven't been there, so I don't know how... they all talk funny down there. And Phoenix, Arizona is also tuning in.
Excellent.
So a couple
Hey,
of friends
everybody.
and we'll do
Well,
some
actually,
more
we
with
got
that.
Well, yeah, you said California. I want to say hi to Joe. You got some surprises coming up with that too, with Joe coming on. So,
Yes, yeah.
like
Joe,
I said, lots of surprises coming up here
we have people who have been on Sons of Anarchy. We have
from Chicago, no less.
yeah, another Chicagoan, a Harley Hall of Famer.
Yep.
Chris Simmons, the wife of Pat Simmons,
Yep.
has agreed to come on the show in December.
Who knows who the Simmons is? Let's see.
Oh, that should be a trivia
That
contest.
should be a trivia contest question. You know what?
I
I'll
don't
throw
know.
in a $25 gift card from Wildfire Harley if you guys can answer that question.
The third right private message when the contest is announced on Facebook first one will get the Kevin Beaner package,
Right.
and then the third one after that, so the sixth one,
Yep.
will get the $25 Harley.
$25 Wildfire
We'll do that.
Harley gift card. I will get that for you, no problem. But you got to answer that question correctly. It's Pat and Chris Simmons. Who do they belong to?
Yep, I think we're going to go with that. I think we've had enough clues out there during the week too.
I do.
They're on
I
their
do.
own. So we're going to start with a little bit of information about what we saw over the weekend. We actually had some friends down in Washington, down in Peoria, and Coal City, and
Diamond. We've got a bunch of things going on. It was very bad. We've had F4, F5 tornadoes around here, and flattened a bunch of towns just south of us in our viewing area. You know, like as we were saying, just south of Peoria, Washington City, Coal City. These pictures are actually from my cousin Kevin O'Brien's house,
Thank
or
you,
what
Kev.
was left of it. Thank you very much, and we're
Another-
so glad you're alive.
another roving reporter here
Yeah.
on Bike Week America.
Another one. Unfortunately, this is not something I'm sure that they wanted to report. This is what's left of his house in his neighborhood in Washington, Illinois. I want to give a thanks to Tom Holberg, a friend of ours from the Rescue Riders, who jumped into action when I needed his assistance in locating these family members when we couldn't get a hold of them. Our thoughts and prayers go out to those in our viewing area hit by those F4 and F5. The strength of a
Just a
bomb,
bomb.
basically.
It was a bomb.
It, from what we're understanding now, it killed 8 people in Illinois, and after Dan called all the hospitals, we were able to determine approximately 79 injuries that were brought to the hospital. St. Francis Hospital and everybody down in Peoria, you guys rocked. Then after it left Washington and went on to Michigan, where high winds knocked out power to at least 390,000 customers and 75,000 more in Ohio. We're talking, and we're going to be talking about some of the first people on scene. And we actually have one in our studio, Mike Cozy, tonight.
One of the first people to step up and say, let's get them together.
Absolutely.
Coming right up.
Coming right up.
But first, let's start with the news.
Should we do the news?
Let's do the news, shall we?
We'll try that again. Luckily, it's a volunteer organization. Yay!
I thought the big news actually was somebody who perished during the week. Kirk Caselli was out on a Baja 1000 run over the weekend. Apparently what happened was he's leading the race and he died. That's the story. He's actually a
This was out in Cali, right?
Yeah, Baja, California. It's actually in the Mexican
Like the
portion
hobby part of it?
and now the family has Mexican authority issues and things like that. There's speculation that he either hit an animal, got blown up by an AED, or just jumped, fell, and maybe broke his neck.
I'm thinking the AED should be eliminated from the...
They do that. He was the leader of the ride, which means that whoever was out there first is probably going to get it, and they've done that in the past. But Kirk Caselli, he was
I like pavement.
He was one of the good ones in racing. I'm sorry to have to report that he did go.
May he rest in peace. He's another one that's going to ride around on our shoulder like a guardian angel.
Yep.
We've got one of the next ones that's coming up, as many of the new bikes for 2014 are out, and the one getting the most attention on the new line is the 2 smaller Harley-Davidson bikes called the Street.
Right.
Harley's reaching, for the smaller bike crowd, with the 500 and 750cc version reportedly being here in the U.S. and abroad, or India.
Yeah.
The lightweight street bikes are featured are smaller, liquid-cooled engines called the Revolution X, and sits lower to the ground and weighing lighter than the standard Softail.
Right.
The sales point for this Street 500 is $6,700. The Street 750 a mere $7,500. They're really doing some competing with Honda and Yamaha and the rest of them.
Yeah, from a stockholder standpoint, You know, Honda doesn't have all that much profit margin.
No.
And Harley has like double the profit
Well, Harley's
margin.
got almost 20% profit margin
Yeah,
on this,
right.
and that's huge in any profit margin, especially a motorcycle.
Oh, I
and that's
know.
a lot of places to play with. And I can afford that. And if it rides lower and it's lighter, I can go to Harley then, as opposed to the Honda. Sorry,
That's
babe.
what we're thinking. I'm
know?
thinking that even though it's a lower profit margin, they're going to make it up in volume.
I think
so.
they
If you're
will.
looking for a smaller bike like a 500 or 750, they look really sharp.
I can't wait to see them. I want to see them on the streets and see how they perform.
Yeah,
That's
and I haven't tested
right,
one yet.
Right, and I want to see how they perform. I mean, that's
a
my
nice-
big thing.
that-
That's a
it-
sharp-looking bike, though. I mean,
It has dual exhaust that goes into one exhaust.
kind of looks like the Sons of
I love
Anarchy.
that
I'll have
one.
to get white gym shoes.
Don't start me with that. I hate Jack's shoes. That's all.
We
I have
all
to
do.
say.
We all do.
So one of the things that I saw, the EPA rolled back their plans to start the ethanol-based gas products. The E15 crap that's going out in these hoses, it's a real problem for bikers. What it is these pumps that have just a single nozzle. That previous product from the previous customer is still in that nozzle and still in that hose and still going down to the tank.
I have had that problem in my car because of premium going into my car.
That's a problem. The C15 plus the
And I have a tree hugger car.
And if you got, can you show me the other one? These hoses that you see at these gas stations like this, avoid doing. This is what you want to have. Avoid the single hose system. This is pure from the tank product, and that's going to be a little bit easier for you to ride your bike.
I don't want to promote
because it
like the majors, but the bigger names with 2 letters or the ones that resemble things you find on the beach. Those are the ones that have the 3 hoses. If you go to the smaller stations and things, that's where you're likely to find the single hose,
Stay
and
away
that's
from
when
the
you get
single
the
hose
problems.
But
So
yeah.
that's why I keep to those 2 other companies that I can't name.
So that's what we want you to use, whether it has 2 symbols or something on the seashore.
Yeah, something on the 2 letters or something you would find in the sand.
And if you have 2 letters and something on the seashore,
Oh,
and want to sponsor the show,
yeah. we will happily take sponsorship.
going on,
I got
moving
a
on.
couple of programming notes before we
Yes,
get on to my
TV
cozy.
time, TV
Yay! This Sunday, November 24th at 8:30, Colorado Public TV, kind of like this, will stream a debut of the documentary I can't even speak anymore. Driven to Ride, a half-hour documentary covering the women, yes, who ride and push boundaries on the 2-wheel freedom.
Absolutely, Denver is rocking out there.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's an award-winning documentary.
Yeah, I saw.
It's starring some notables such as Betsy Hulskamp, Deborah Conroy, Julie Graff, amongst a bunch of many others. We have a link to the station posted on that Facebook page again, which is
go to Facebook.
www.facebook.com/BikeWeekAmerica, and encourage everyone to make a note of watching. And on Thursday at 1:30 p.m. Central on TCM, which is Turner Classic Movies, we'll broadcast the film cult classic Code 2 from 1953 with actor Ralph Meeker. It's like Dragnet. There it is. It's like Dragnet meets the Wild Ones. It's a story of an egocentric young know-it-all that becomes a member of LAPD's elite motorcycle unit.
Those double clicks are all the time, I'm telling you.
It's okay. We'll get used to this, and we'll kill her after the show. There's lots of pans, flathead springers, and rigid frames featured in the story of men of Los Angeles Police Department, whose job it is to keep themselves from killing each other, it looks
Which
like.
was a cool movie.
Set your
I thought you guys
DVRs
wanted
for
to do it.
Thursday at 1:30
But yeah,
on TCM.
if you haven't seen Code 2, this one's funny.
Yeah.
We also had, I was keeping an eye on a 1917 Harley that went up for auction. And we're going to start Quickie News with the Harley auction. Yeah! This
That would be a drum roll.
1917, it actually was riding on Sunday. It went to a local guy. His name was...
Fink, wasn't it?
Jim Fink.
Yeah.
And it went out the door for, get this, $53,000. 53 grand. But he's a local guy out of Harvard, and thanks to Randy Donnelly from Donnelly Auctions for giving me the scoop on that one. And I also want to mention, coming up in May, out in Denver, I talked to Joan Krenig, who, Joan is one of the lady writers have mentioned that I would love to have on the show. She is she's putting together the Steel Horse Sisterhood
There it is. There it is.
On May 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Anybody want to buy a producer?
Wrong one is up for sale. Everybody, bidding starts at.
Oh my god.
Make your vacation plans. I think Steel Horse would be a good thing to hit. And as you may have already seen, the llamas are going to be hooking up over the. Go ahead and take this one.
Oh,
Put the
okay.
llamas up.
They're gonna.
Oh, not
Other way. Other way. We'll get this. Yay! Whoa,
haven't
we're almost there.
introduced
There we are. Llamas. The Three Kings Toy Run is coming up. I can't even think now. We still have rides going on here in Chicago, including the Chicagoland Toys for Tots, which actually is the show after us. We'll cover all that in person, of course.
Yeah.
But here's the Three Kings Toy Run coming out of the Llamas at 3519 West Fullerton in Chicago, November 24th at 11 a.m. Bring an unwrapped toy. This all goes to the kids.
Yeah, just.
It's all about the kids.
So. And one last thing I want to bring up the other way.
Seriously?
Seriously.
No, the other
way. And we're out of control. There we go. Stop.
Right there.
Yay.
I was going the right way.
One of the groups that I'm in on my Facebook page, Sons of Anarchy, I want to give you guys a shout out. And if you can zoom that out a little bit, can you zoom that out? Because there's something in the corner I want
Nope,
everybody to
not
see.
yet. Yeah, there's
No,
Mike. But
zoom it out.
like, make it smaller.
Make it smaller.
Nope, it's not going to work.
I want to thank you guys. One person started a question. It was, we haven't talked. Where are you from?
Yeah.
And the next thing you know, there was 800 different responses on that thread. And I want to thank you
Really?
guys. That was just cool to see at
cool.
Australia. I mean, everywhere. So
Well, that was the one that,
was real.
that had Berlin, Germany, and the
Yeah.
whole thing going on that thread.
Yeah, you're on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're on there.
Yeah.
So I want to do our quick shout outs.
Absolutely.
Joe's and Joliet sent me a text. They were watching the show and sent me a text that they're
We
watching
gotta put
the
that
show.
up. We gotta put that up.
Rodney, you're taking good care of us.
Thank
And
you.
what we're doing here is giving appreciation to the businesses that show us in their establishments. Gnarly Jay's in Downers
Hey, little
Grove.
sister, Nikki.
Little Jen, you're
Hey,
doing
Jen's
great.
birthday is coming up, I know.
I know. The Llamas headquarters, we just showed them.
Yeah.
And our newest friend is Mark on 2nd Street. Mark got us
Mark
hooked up.
Hoffman.
Mark Hoffman.
Gotta love him.
St. Charles, if you're
Man donated a pallet, got a pallet of food donated to the Duquesne Bait Toy and Food Run this year.
And isn't that cool?
He's a one of
Oh,
kind.
and Duquesne Bates watching us.
Yeah,
have a
they are.
meeting? And Judy,
Hey,
Wally?
Mike, Judy,
Okay.
thanks for watching us at your meeting tonight
If
at
you're
the
interested
American
in
Legion Hall.
having a free shout out to your patrons while you're there, they love to see this stuff. Look at, yay, we're there.
We're here.
They love that crap. Go ahead and give us a call at Bike Week America, 312-738-1060. Tell us you're interested, or go to our Facebook page, hit us up.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, pretty cool, huh?
Pretty cool, huh?
What do you got over there, Bronwyn? I think the next person that I want to introduce is probably the hardest working person in veteran volunteerism I've ever met. He is magnanimous to the core. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Mike Cozy. Yay! The crowd goes wild. Thank you. We're training our producer as we go along.
Sorry.
Cool. No, you're doing fine. Bronwyn, I like to give you trouble.
Yeah.
Mike Cozy, thank you for everything you do. You have been just nothing but rock on. Just rocking.
It's my honor, and glad to be able to help in many different ways.
Who's that little girl right there?
That's actually the one that brings the smile behind my life. My daughter, Madeline.
I thought maybe you might want to say hi.
Hi, Maddie.
But you, from the honor flight to Wounded Warrior, I haven't seen a harder working person make a crowd happen. How do you do it?
You know, and I believe it's all about the passion and showing it. If you're going to get behind a cause, get behind it wholeheartedly. Stepping up in different ways to involve the public to be a part of something. I think that's what I'm known for. I've got great pipes, as we all know, those that have met me. And it shows with the enthusiasm that comes out in a lot of the different events that I'm blessed to be a part of, such as Honor Flight, Wounded Warrior Run, and I think we're going to talk a little bit about the food drive as well.
Cool. I met you at Wounded Warrior, and I thought the presentation of the checks was just amazing to see. And that's what really made me want to go a little bit more into helping the veterans, volunteering more on that. You're doing a food drive. Tell me about that.
I am. I'm in the middle of the 5th year of doing a Veterans Food Drive. This year I'm teamed up with the Illinois Motorcycle Freedom Run. to host the event. We're going to be assisting more than 650 veterans. Our goal was 650. We are going to exceed that. I know something that yourself and Lori mentioned not too long ago earlier in the show. When the events that occurred on Sunday occurred, one of the first things I was able to do is make some calls down to Washington and Pekin, Diamond, Illinois, and we were able to reach VFW commanders, American Legion commanders, and offer to assist any of the veterans from that area. So I wasn't physically on scene down there, but we were able to assist them and let them know that because of the support that we continue to get for this food drive, we're also going to be able to help some of their veterans out as well.
Isn't that cool? We're probably going to hit about, what, 700 this year?
I think we are going to be pretty close to 700. Let's hope that we can actually exceed that. There's still a few more days. You can actually go online and donate to www.ilmfr.org. You can make a monetary donation on there. There's also a listing of a couple different places that you can donate up until Thursday. Anything non-perishable food items is certainly appreciated.
Yeah.
It all gets put together and put in these baskets to help these veterans in need.
It's just a sea of baskets. Just amazing how, year after year you're able to, learn, experience, and do. It's really cool to see you actually work.
It's grown, and it's grown because of the support that I have, not only from my family, but so many volunteers that team up with us. And I think that's one of the things that I said before, Dan. Showing the passion, getting involved is why so many people want to be involved with some of the causes that you mentioned, such as the food drive, that gives them a chance to come out and really rewarding to be able to give back in that way.
Do we have...
I have a caller for you, a very important caller.
Let's do...
I have a founder of the Rescue Riders.
Welcome to Bike Week America. Mr. Akey, you have 1 minute. How you doing, brother?
Hey, all good. Just wanted to give a shout out to you guys. Mike, how you been? You're looking better than ever.
Good, sir. How about yourself, Dean?
Yeah, well, I just want to share with you and all the other viewers, I'm a big fan of the show. And
thank you.
Mike, since you're really in the kind of the catbird seat right there, can you answer one real quick question?
Sure.
Is Dan wearing a wig, or is that his real hair?
Okay, Akey. Martin, kill the line. Yeah, Dean, I donated the 12 inches. I got to 12 inches, and I finally donated it. It's a little bit shorter, but not quite as short as you and Mike's.
The aerodynamic look.
Well, I sure wish I was there with you guys. I'd love to do your ride again, Mike.
Mr. Akey, you founded one of the greatest groups that I've ever rode in, the Rescue Riders. I appreciate you taking the time to call it in from, where are you? Amsterdam? Where are you?
Almost. Kansas City. Damn near.
Yeah, might as well be. Well, welcome to Oz here, and I thank you for calling in.
Love you, man.
Keep it up, guys.
Friend me on Facebook.
You lost him?
Oh, we lost the call. Oh, damn. If you had 30 seconds to just say whatever you wanted to say, what would you say?
I'd say that it's all about, backing up the cause that you're behind. If you're really going to get into something, make sure that you lay your heart and your passion into it. Be there wholeheartedly, be willing to answer the questions, and show what it's all about.
Unbelievable. That is probably the best wrap-up I can do, because I do this from a want-to-give kind of point, and I give and give and give, and it just keeps coming. I mean, people like you actually make this show, so thank you very much for making my job easy.
Thanks for having, and we look forward to seeing you guys out with the Veterans Food Drive this weekend.
We'll have more information on our Facebook page, facebook.com/BikeWeekAmerica, and I'll put out some Twitters when I get home. But I want to thank my other host, Lori Martin. She got a raise. She's no longer
That's
a
me.
co-host.
I can't even get on screen from the game.
Too wide.
And our new producer, Bronwyn Russell, who needs a ride name. Everybody needs a ride name. We're going to work on it in a week.
She doesn't like Tinkerbell. She doesn't like this. She doesn't
like Brown. It's like we'll figure something out in a week. If you have a ride name for the production work that was done today, put it on our Facebook page. We're going to weigh them over the weekend.
Nice.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining Bike Week America. We're going to be back next week with a manager of emergency preparedness. Because of these tornadoes, a lot of people were either complacent or not ready. So we're going to talk to Cindy Amori from Centegra
up in McHenry.
And we're going to also be looking forward to people of Sons of Anarchy. And we also have Chris Simmons, the wife of
Wow.
Pat Simmons of the Doobie
We're
Brothers.
still trying to figure out if everyone knew that. You just gave away the answer.
I don't know nothing. Hey, you got to be on Facebook to understand this stuff.
Yeah,
you
I
know.
hear you.
So go ahead and go ahead and enjoy the rest of the close. We'll see you next week, and don't go away. Mike will be right back. The fastest 30 minutes in bike history, right there.